to you. Good evening and welcome to LVH1 for our first sporting event at the newly renovated DALE E COX Gymnasium. It's going to be an exciting night of volleyball as we've got Bethany Christian going up against the LaVille Lancers. Stay tuned as we will be live in about 2.5 minutes.
The following broadcast is the exclusive property of LVH1 and the Union North United School Corporation for the private use of our audience and fame. Any retransmission or duplication of this broadcast without the written consent of LVH1 or the Union North United School Corporation is strictly prohibited. We hope you enjoy this event, and go Lancers.
Are all the cameras good?
Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
First West Bank is a proud sponsor of LaVille Athletics. Whatever your future holds at your high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First West Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on the road to success. Think the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Freeman, Walkerton, or South Bend.
Member FDIC.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Indiana. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
At TNA Rigging Incorporated, the staff works hard to ensure that your project is completed safely, on time, and with the least amount of interruption to your production. They aren't interested in only completing one project. Their goal is to build long-lasting relationships with customers. From machinery movement and repair, installation, and transportation services, TNA Rigging has been serving Indiana and Michigan for over 10 years. For all your machinery and installation needs, call the crew at TNA Rigging Incorporated at 574-233-3074. TNA Rigging Incorporated, your satisfaction is our success.
Hey Lancer fans, advertising spots are available today with LVH1. Advertising with LVH1 at LaVille Junior Senior High School gives you business publicity with high school parents, fans, and families throughout the state of Indiana and beyond.
Advertisements to be provided by your business are made in-house by our mass media class at the high school.
All the funding goes directly to the student program and will help us gain hands-on experience in the broadcasting, video editing, and marketing field. If you're interested in advertising your athletic events throughout the year, please contact the broadcasting program at broadcasting@newmore.2.island.us or call us at 574-774-3155.
Advertise today with LVH1, the voice of Lancer Nation.
She's really done.
First West Bank is a proud sponsor of LaVille Athletics. Whatever your future holds at your high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First Source Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Freeman, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank. Member FDIC.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Good evening and welcome back to LVH1. Thank you for joining us tonight as we are excited to bring you the volleyball game between Bethany Christian and LaVille. This is our first regular season sporting event in this freshly renovated DALE E COX Gymnasium. Bethany Christian is sporting their blue jerseys, not to be confused with Lancer blue tonight. Keep an eye out for some of their senior leadership. We've got Eva Sargent, Jaden Kaufman, and Mariah Miller all leading the helm for Bethany Christian. Over on the LaVille side, they're going to be donning their black jerseys tonight. The Lancers will be led by several seniors: Mia Mears, Callista Lamberis, Kate Beam, Carly Unruh, Haley Ross, Natalie Gonzalez. LaVille is coached by Ms. Whiteman Gring. And the coaches over at Bethany Christian are Lois Mast, Jess Bowler, and Brooke Reinhardt. Now later on, I should have one of the Franzes. I think they're rock, paper, scissoring for it right now to figure out which one's going to sit here. And they'll actually help do some of the play-by-play. My volleyball career was cut pretty short, but not quite short enough. If you do get a chance to come in here, everything has been renovated over at the gymnasium. Brand new bleachers, brand new floors, freshly painted. The walls are all freshly painted. It just looks bright in here now. So we're pretty excited for everything we've got in store this season. The JV teams just battled each other too. JV does a best out of 3. And the Lancers won both of those sets. The last one was quite a battle, going into getting some extra points at the end and having to fight back and forth. But finally the Lancers took that 2-point lead and called it a W. But if the energy that Bethany Christian has on their JV team is any sign of what we're going to see for varsity tonight, then we're going to have a really exciting game on our hands. All right, we are going to cut to a commercial break. We'll finish some of the warm-ups here. When we come back, we'll be live and we're going to have a lot of action for you to watch.
Push up.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Can they hear me? Okay.
Good evening. Welcome back, and as promised, one of the friends lost rock, paper, scissors. And so now she's going to be joining on commentary. Here in a moment, we'll have Scott Shearer going through the starting lineups for us. In case you miss any of them, for us, we're going to have Mia Mears, Calissa Lamberis, Olivia Gozi, Rebecca Beeler, Becca Bauer, Kate Beam, Zoe Thomas, Elena Curte, Carly Unruh, Jaden Medina, Haley Ross, Abby Gaffanet, Natalie Gonzalez, Sydney Koblenz, and Allison Matters.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have the principal maintaining athletic director, Will Bushhauser. Welcome to DALE E COX Gymnasium. Tonight's non-conference match between the Bethany Bethany.
All right, like we said earlier, they're hoping to bring over some of the energy that the JV team had created. The JV team did win. What was the score in that second set?
I think it was 23 to 25.
23-25, and really battled it out for, it seemed like an eternity for us. Back and forth, and finally got that 2-point lead to bring home the W. It's a best of 3, but this is a best of 5 for varsity, and so it's a little bit different. You'll see a little bit more rotating through. I'd mentioned that the Lancer blue is actually a Bruin blue tonight for Bethany Christian. Lancers are going to be sporting their black uniforms. You will notice on each side they've got a white uniform. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
That's the libero. They get all of the balls in the back row that are far away. They do a lot of diving.
And I think they get to kind of sub in and out a little bit more at will, as opposed to others are a bit more restricted, right?
Yeah, the libero can, they can sub in with anyone that they want to at any time.
So our libero is Natalie Gonzalez. And over on the opposite side, they've got Tramin Nguyen. Bethany coming in early, getting a 2-0 lead. What position do you play?
I'm an outside hitter and a middle hitter.
A little too far out on that one. Yeah, this is still early in the season. We had a scrimmage here last week against Riley, so our girls have a little bit of experience playing at home, but this is the first regular season matchup for any sport in the new gym. But there'll be a little bit of rust on both sides, I would imagine, as they try to get those first game jitters out. So what's the outside hitter do?
You hit from one of the, like either the left or right sides. And usually it's at an angle, so it's a little bit easier than middle hitting.
Oh. So my experience is limited to 5th grade. There were 5 players on the court, and you just kind of floated around in a circle. Everyone played. I think you're a little bit different at this level, right?
Yeah, just a little bit.
And probably a lot better than me.
I mean, I hope so.
That breaks the tie, 4-3 for LaVille. Got Squid Koblenz making the serve on this volley. Oh, wow, and Zoe Jean got some air on that spike. She really brought that one down. Don't tell Allison, but I think Zoe's my favorite cousin right now. And Caitlin Beam jumping up. Well, it looks like the ball's going to go back to Bethany Christian on this one. Yeah, on that last one, he'd held up the 2. What's that for?
That's setting, but you use 2 of your hands at different times. So a short serve was good.
Backing him into a corner, right where they wanted him. And off to the side, we've got Callista getting ready to come in. She's going to come in for Kate Beam. She's coming in for Kate Beam. She's marked on my sheet as a DS, I think, defensive specialist, right?
Yeah. And then she's also libero when Natalie Gonzalez is not.
So when Natalie needs a night off.
Yeah.
And the way she's diving around on the floor, I think I'm going to need a day off tomorrow. Oh, good save from Sydney back there. Rebecca got some hops, but hit it just a little too hard. She must have had a little bit too much coffee this afternoon. Carly Unruh back to serve now. Carly, like we'd stated earlier, one of the seniors, multiple sports. Plays a lot of bit of softball in the spring.
She's probably, in my opinion, she's probably one of the best hitters on our team. She has a very strong hit.
Softball and volleyball, is that what you mean?
I've never seen her play softball.
She's a pretty good hitter for softball too. Meters put that one down with some force to tie the game back up, 8-8. And we're still early in this first set, but it doesn't seem like anyone's really pulling away at all. They've kind of gone point for point. Zoe Jean coming back for the serve. She's number 10 in those black jerseys. And it should be said that this is also the first year with a new coach too, which changes things up a bit. That's another point for LaVille. Very well played. That was back and forth. But this is their first year with Coach Green.
She's a lot different than the other coaches because we had to have cuts on the team because there was too many girls. Last year we had 3 teams, and this year we just have varsity and junior varsity. It's a lot different. It's a lot more fun though.
Yeah, she still keeps it entertaining, it seems.
Yeah.
Zoe's serving again. Now we've got number 11, Susie Curtay coming in. Elena. She'll be replacing Zoe. Which position is Elena on the team, do you know?
She's a setter.
So she puts the ball up for somebody else to bring it back. That wasn't Reba's best serve. You can see senior Kate Beam out there trying to kind of talk her back up. You're not going to bring the ball back at this point, but do what you can here. Softball season they call Metters smash, and I think she's probably going to keep that up here in volleyball too. It looks like she's been smacking that ball around hard tonight. I don't get to see her jump like that though. She doesn't jump that high for softball. Oh, they're shouting out those numbers. What are they trying to say?
There's different positions for the front row. The left side is 6, middle is 2, and then right side is 9. And you shout those numbers to tell the setter where to set it.
And I'd assume that that probably changes for every team, those numbers, so you don't really know what it means when the other team is screaming a number? Or?
I think all teams use it.
Can you hear me through the camera? All right, good.
There's Coach kind of giving a little bit of a pep talk to Allison. Yeah, this team has a lot of really good leadership throughout.
Yeah.
I think every one of these girls is a leader in one of their various clubs or other sports that they're in.
Yeah.
Allison went down on the DECA state trip last year and got called to stage for being a finalist at her event, so she's athletically and academically very gifted.
Yeah, we have a lot of really good leadership on the team, like not just from the coaches, but also from the teammates, especially varsity. They really want, like junior varsity, when we practice together, they always make sure that everyone on JV knows where they're going and what they're doing, and it's really helpful.
Now in baseball, when the ball goes in the stands like that, you can keep it. Normally a player will sign it for you. It's not that way in volleyball?
Occasionally, depending on where it is in the stands, players will actually go up the steps to get it and recover it. I don't think many players will ever sign the ball, though.
You're not going to give it to one of your biggest fans?
No.
So I can mark that off as something I'm not going to get, all right. Carly Under coming up on that ties the biggest lead of the night, 15-12 in favor of the Lancers. If I remember right, I came to a couple games last year. I think Squid was a pretty good server.
Yeah. Usually when she serves, it's either like, it's always a very hard serve, but she's really good at going in at different spots on the court to make it really hard to tell if it's in or out.
Oh, good save. That was a really good effort there. They've got their libero back to serve now, Tammy Wynn. Over on our side, Natalie has some pretty big shoes to fill. Charlotte Kapke was the libero last year. Oh, see, now they're going to sign that for us, right? No. No, she got that one back pretty quick. Now, Charlotte Kapke was last year's libero. She'd held that position for a couple years with the team.
Yeah, I think she held it all through high school, but I'm not sure.
Is that another two-hand?
I don't know.
Well, Barris coming back in for Beam now. Oh, wow, good save. Now, what are some of the stats? I'm kind of a stats guy, so we've got digs, right?
Yeah, there's digs, blocks, hits, sets, and I think that's it. Or also serves.
And what are all those for those at home that are trying to keep their line score going?
Digs are when it's close to the court and you dive out to get it. And usually if if it's a dig, you're usually on the floor, and the ball.
No, I'm not.
You would be on the floor if you had a dig, and the ball would hit your arms instead of the floor. Sets are to get it up.
Like that? That was a set,
yeah,
right?
that was a set. Sets are to get it up to the hitter.
There's a set.
It's a hit.
They really worked for that one. I don't think I'm going to be the one that would be out there trying to get a dig.
It's actually not, it's not as bad as it usually seems. I've skinned my knees a couple times, but it's not that bad. It's pretty fun.
I'm more of a rolling chair and air conditioning type of guy myself, so I think I'll try to use both feet for as long as I can. Closing in on the finale for this first game. All right, we're going to take a short break in between games. The Lancers just won the first of 5. Well, the 3 out of 5. We'll come back here in a minute.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, I was corrected. It seems I have my high school athletics confused with blackjack. This is not a game to 21, more to 25. My trusty assistant over here started poking me in the eyeball, and I couldn't figure out what she was trying to say. Well, the Lancers do have a 5-point lead, though, which is the largest cushion that either team has seen so far. Zoe Jean came down hard on that one, but got back up pretty quick. A little bit of back and forth between the line judges there, but point to Bethany Christian. As with any call that the judges or referees or umpires will make, half the people were not very happy with it.
It's a good hit.
Bethany Christian's battled to bring it back within 1 here. And tie it up. That was a good serve from Eva Sargent there. Some of our more loyal fans at home may recognize off to the side we've got a Beamer and a Dr. Miller showing the balls that go out. Both have been fairly involved with some of our other sports in the past.
Yeah, Matt coached volleyball for maybe 4 years, I think. I'm not sure. And then he just didn't have time to do it this year. He was definitely a harder coach, but he really improved the team.
All right, and that'll break the tie. Gonna have Zoe come back for another serve. Oh, Rebecca got that one.
When they have the ball right here, you go on the ground.
These seem to be two very evenly matched teams. And tonight was a pretty big night for all of our athletics. We had cross country, had a few events. I'm hoping to get some results coming from them soon. I think we've got soccer on the road. We're on the road twice, a couple different soccer games going on. School has started, and now athletics is fully underway. Susie coming back in for Zoe. Elena Curte is the niece of Dr. Balka and Ms. Balka, some of the local legends here at LaVille. Ms. Balka taught home ec for several years. And then Elena's brother and sister were both involved with several sports throughout their time here. If you look back through the record books, you'll see a lot of Balkas and Curtes, and she's just the latest one to come through. All right, if my math serves, that is officially this one. All right, with that, we did win the first game officially. We're going to cut to a short break. Stay right here, and we'll bring you the following game.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back for the second game. You will notice they've switched sides. So over on our camera side, we've got the Blue Bruins. And LaVille is taking the opposite side. They will switch in between every game. I got a little bit of an update from cross country already. It looks like cross country pulled out the brooms. It's a growing program for the high school, trying to get all the girls' team fully prepared. But the boys' team got a win. 16-39, and in cross country, the low score wins. They got 16 to pull out the victory there. Over in the junior high, boys and girls both won. So really good effort for all four of our representative teams. You can hear the fans getting a little bit louder out there, starting to cheer on their team. Now, Elena Franz joining me tonight, daughter of the Dr. Franz.
Yeah.
You've got a sister, Emily, right?
No, I don't know her.
I get that. All right. During that little 3-minute stretch in between games, what's Coach normally talking to you about?
Well, first we have to switch sides, but usually she'll give the team that's going in, like, tips on blocking or hitting or setting or bumping. And then she'll give us the lineup, and sometimes she'll tell us who's subbing in. She usually just gets us ready to play again.
I mean, what's a bump? I don't think we ever covered that one, did we?
A pass.
What's it called when I tag out and say I want somebody else to play for me?
That's just a sub.
Oh, yeah, I would want one of those. Now, how did you figure out that you were a middle hitter?
The coach actually put me there. I played middle hitter. Well, I played hitter in junior high, and then I decided that I wanted to play middle this year because some of my favorite volleyball players play middle. But I think I might switch to outside hitter because it's a little bit easier because I'm left-handed, and I always feel really close to the net when I'm playing middle hitter, and I really like playing outside.
What are some of the skills that a middle hitter needs that help separate them from the other positions?
You definitely need height. You have to be able to hit, and jumping high, and then you also have to be able to block.
The Franz girls definitely have height, right?
Yeah.
This one's starting pretty similar to that last one, just staying point for point. If you're at home watching, you'll probably see that we've got the scoreboard up there. Brand new scoreboards, completely hooked up to video. There should be some pretty exciting things, a lot of potential with those, but just one more thing that makes everything look that much cleaner and crisper. Got the logos up there, and they switch out for every team, so no more just home and away. You can see it actually says Bethany Christian up there.
Really hope that they're a little bit sturdier than the old ones, because I actually, when we were warming up before the game, I accidentally hit one of them.
That wasn't you. That was the girl that looked like you, if I recall.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was quite a dive from Sadie Brenneman, but not quite able to bring it back. If you are tuning in right now, hit that red subscribe button, because we do plan on being at Bremen tomorrow to bring you some football as well.
Oh, I'm just cutting in on you.
So you'll be able to see as soon as we come on tomorrow with the football game and catch all of the action that we bring in then as well. Tomorrow, I'll be bringing in the legend, the man himself, Steve Cox, will help call some of the games.
In between games here or something. Okay?
Steve Cox will come in, help call the game.
That's good, Mark.
I think Hudson Doyle said he plans on helping out, so. And of course, none of this would be possible if I didn't have Jamie Bush coming back this year. Jake Rush isn't wearing a headset, so he won't hear what I say, but they're all nice things up there on his camera. Noah Kuski even came out this year, one of the juniors here at LaVille. So there are a lot of fresh faces this year with the team. Jared Bowman and Jillian Robertson helped out a lot last year, and they graduated. So a few new camera people and computer technicians, which is what I need. So 11-8 for LaVille right now. Bethany Christian pulling back after a 5-point deficit. And if you hit that red subscribe button, you can go ahead and follow us on Twitter as well. Just look up LVH1. You'll be able to get all of our updates throughout the season. Let's go ahead and cut to a short commercial break. We'll be back in just under a minute.
One place where students are students first and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, here we go. Got Mia Mears in the backfield trying to serve. Now over for Bethany Christian, we've got Mia Reinhardt, junior, serving. A little bit of back and forth here. Point for LaVille, 14-9. But for those just following us, this does go all the way up to 25. Despite what Elena said earlier, it's definitely 25. I did a quick Google check. All right, now it's going to bring us up to 15-9. Not quite enough. LaVille really starting to pull away at this point. Smash Metters back there to serve.
It's a good serve.
18-10 for LaVille. Again, this Bethany Christian team can't really be counted out. As we saw last time, they're able to really fight to bring themselves back. Back serving now, Jaden Kaufman. Now she's one of the seniors for Bethany Christian. This has been an exciting one so far. A lot of back and forth, a lot of energy from both teams. Bethany Christian pulling it back. They're back 19-15 now. Bethany Christian down just a few points. A few fresh faces over there. We've got Becca Bauer. Mia Mears got a lot more time in this game than she did the first one. Serving for Bethany Christian, that was Mariah Miller. Oh, and Smash Metters came up and dropped that one right in for a point, 21-16. Got Carly Unruh coming back at this point. (21-17) Bethany Christian. I think that's going to bring up Eva Sargent again to serve. And there's Elena Carte again. Becca Bauer laid out for that one, but just wasn't able to pull it back. That means that Eva Sargent will give another serve. Back within 3. Well, Haley Ross. That was not very nice of her. Point for Bethany Christian on that one. Still within 3, 22-19. Yeah, another one to bring them within 2. Like we said, there was a point where it was a 7-point lead.
Yeah.
You said that you couldn't cut them out, and you really can't. They brought themselves back within 2 here. Another brief timeout for both teams, but getting back and ready to go. That was from Mia Reinhardt. Sadie Brenneman came up to get that point for Bethany Christian. Now they're just trailing by 1 point. Haley Ross with another one. That's the second one just past a few minutes. She's really putting her own name on this game. 23-21, and number 23, Smash Metters, back there to serve. That was Rebecca Beeler sending it back over the net. She's got a lot of playing time tonight, these first 2 games. And Haley Ross again. I think that's who I'm going to get to sign my ball tonight. All right, they're going to take a timeout. I'm going to take one too. I'm going to go get some better jokes for you guys. Stay with us, so please.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. that place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, welcome back. 24-21. Bethany Christians clawed their way back into this one. But the Lancers take away that point there. So we're going to switch sides. Everybody's going to get a drink of water. I think they're going to talk over a little bit of strategy. And with that said, I think we will too. I'm going to see if I can find some popcorn anywhere here. Come back with us in just about 3 minutes.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, that buzzer means we are back. This is the third game. So far, LaVille has won 2. It is a best of 5. So at this point, it's primarily a game point. Despite the 2-0, both games have been really close, and neither has really walked away and shown dominance. So LaVille's had a few players stand out. Allison Metters has really put up a good fight. Haley Ross really did some damage in that last game, especially the last few minutes. Now, Natalie Gonzalez is probably going to be taking the elevator. She's going to skip the stairs tomorrow. She's been diving all over the court. Now, starting out this third game, we've got Kate Beam, Natalie Gonzalez, Squid Koblenz, Reba Beeler, and Allison Metters. And it looks like we've already got our first sub with Haley Ross coming back in. And she's MB. What does that mean?
That's middle blocker. She plays the same position that I do. I think she's probably one of our best middle blockers. I don't know. She's really good at it. She has a lot of tips and hits. Lots.
Tips like don't spin in the wind, or?
It's just like, it's like you go up for a hit, but you just like lightly tap it over. Because usually if your opponent is going up for a hit, you're further away from the net. Because usually when people hit, it's a harder ball and it's harder to recover.
That ball came pretty close to us, right? So we might have got one of the cameras, but overall I think we do have some of the best seats in the house, even if it is a little dangerous. Just like every other game so far, both teams have kept it really close, especially at the beginning. And you can just see the energy that Bethany Christian still has on that opposite side. Christian will take the lead with that one, 5-6. All right. Sorry about that, trying to deal with a little bit of the computer and technical issues here on the side. We do see some of our boys soccer teams starting to trickle in. Maybe we can get a score update from one of them. but I'll wait until I find one that I want to talk to after class. Oh, hi. Right. 6-9 in favor of Bethany Christian right now. They've got Eva Sargent serving again. She's had quite a few minutes tonight. Six to 10, and this might be the biggest lead that Bethany Christian's had all night. Now, from my early reports, it looks like the Lancers did lose on the road tonight, 5-1. But I'm sure as the night goes on, I'll probably get a couple more updates. There we go, 7-11, still in favor of Bethany Christian. Mia Mears coming back in for Zoe Thomas. Weaver jumping up to get that point. 8-11. She's really coming across a lot more confident this year than she was last year. There she goes again. Two more. She's really having her way at this point. On the back, we got Mia Mears. She asked me not to call her Amelia on the air, so I won't. I'll simply refer to her as Mia. And you'll see her bouncing around that #1 jersey. That one goes out, brings LaVille back within 1. Seems like neither team has really found a way to pull away from the other. A little bit more back and forth. There goes Mia Mears. Oh, Barris lays out, but Bethany Christian will get that point, giving the 3-point lead. Now with a 4-point lead. Bethany Christian holding a lead for most of this third set. Is it set or game? Am I using?
Yeah, you can say either.
All right, they're going to take a break, get a little bit of a pep talk. I think we're going to do the same thing. We'll be back in just about a minute. Stay tuned.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, welcome back. We got Mia Reinhardt serving. Score is 10-15 in favor of Bethany Christian Bruins right now. But overall, the Lancers are up 2-0. Smash Meter's coming up to put that one back down. Becca Bauer coming in for Reva Beeler, and Kate Beam coming in for Lambaris. Becca Bauer immediately comes in to serve. Now it says Becca Bauer is the defensive specialist, and then the RS.
I'm not sure.
Me either. I've just kind of been making it up as I go.
I know defensive specialist. I do not know what RS is.
Right-handed specialist, I think.
Maybe.
She's really good against right-handed servers. Which makes more sense if you watch baseball. Natalie laid out for that one. My fans in the crowd are telling me RS is right side, so she's probably going to stick to the right side. Now, left side is normally called the opposite. I still haven't decided which position I would play.
I don't know, you could probably play front row or setter.
Do you have to jump?
In front row, not setting, usually not in setting, but hitting you do.
That one brings us back 13-19. Bruins started off with a comfortable lead and has not given it up yet. Sydney Koblenz coming back for this next serve. Kate Beam sent that one back over. Bethany Christian pulls out the point on it. Serving Trammy Nguyen again. And Natalie sent that one back with some anger. Kate Beam back to serve. Now, what are some of the different serving styles that you utilize?
There's jump serving, there's normal serving, and then underhand serve, but we don't do underhand serve in high school, and I don't think they allowed, I think 7th grade they allowed it, but 8th grade you couldn't jump serve anymore.
So they're all normal serves at this point?
That was a jump serve.
That was a jump?
Yeah. I know Haley Ross does normal serves.
Which one are you?
I can do jump serve, normal serve. I'm not really good at underhand serving. I used to be pretty good at it, but I really can't do it anymore because I don't practice it.
Me either. I like soft serve, normally vanilla, put a little bit of chocolate sauce on top. 15-22 in favor of Bethany Christian right now. Still got Eva Sargent back there serving. She takes kind of a curved path to the ball.
Yeah.
Going to do a little bit of a huddle. Olivia Gozy hurt herself. You might see her on one of the cameras limping around. She's kind of a big loss for the team right now. She's only a sophomore, but she brings a lot of energy to the court.
I think she was pretty sure she was the only sophomore who made varsity, but there are there's a couple girls that play both JV and varsity. I know one of the freshmen just dresses for varsity and usually doesn't play. I know she played in the scrimmage, but I don't think she ever plays in real games.
Which one's that?
Olivia Leonard.
So we've got some good young players coming up. Mia Mears coming back in to serve. There's Natalie Gonzalez. And that is going to give this third game to Bethany Christian. As they switch sides and get their water and their chairs all set, we're going to take a short break, about 3 minutes. Take your own break and come back to follow us for the next fourth game.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, we're back from our break, and Bethany Christian's leading 1-0. Number 10 on Bethany Christian's team just had a hit, and it's now 3-0.
I'll sit next to you, but I'm not going to talk.
Bethany Christian 8-0, still in the lead. LaVille finally gets a point after the server on Bethany Christian's side missed.
Bethany's really taking the lead in this one, 9-1. And it seems like LaVille just cannot find an answer after those first two games. So what's Bethany Christian doing different now that they're taking such a big lead?
I think they just have more energy, or maybe LaVille might just be tired. They're definitely getting in more hits, and hits are pretty hard.
But do you have someone over on the bench that's keeping track of all the hits and digs and saves and bumps?
Yeah, I think our manager does the stats. I'm not totally sure.
But someone over there has a clipboard?
Yeah.
Now here in the fourth game, LaVille is up 2-1, but in this one, they're down 10 points to 1. Bethany Christian just used Jaden Kaufman to serve. You hear meters calling for that one. Carly Unruh. You could even hear the fans shouting "Roo" on that one. That was two of them to the right, to the same spot. Maddie Fox is in now. She's one of the intermediate between JV and varsity. So she's going to get a few minutes over there on the right side. On A side, one of the sides. But she's number 6 on your cameras right now. She is the granddaughter of another local legend. Do you know who that is?
Nope.
Dale Pippinger is her grandfather. One of the first graduates, one of the first students ever at LaVille. And he's still here helping teach and train the next generation. Here tonight watching his granddaughter come out to play. And she subs out. That brings in Becca Bauer for the serve. Bethany Christian has a 10-point lead at this juncture. Serving, they had Annika Nice. A little bit of a miscommunication on that one. Gives Annika Nice another opportunity here to send up a serve. So with all the sports that the unnamed Fran's sister plays, what brought you into volleyball?
I played it, I think I've played it since 3rd grade maybe. I did a lot of summer camps and I did a winter league. And I really liked it, but I played soccer. I played soccer and volleyball and basketball throughout the year, and I had a bad experience with one of the coaches during soccer, and I didn't really want to do it anymore. So I started playing volleyball in 6th grade for the school, and I've had a lot of fun since.
Me too. Tonight's been fun. We should do this again in a couple weeks. Now, if you're looking for any of the updates, it looks like Cross Country is starting to send some updates through LaVille Athletics on Twitter, at LV Athletics. And over behind the scenes on our own side, we've got Jamie Bush. He's kind of been promoted this year. He used to be a cameraman. Now he's running the VMix system, all the computers, and got 64 different buttons, green, red, and yellow. I don't know what any of them do. And he's over there handling it like a champ tonight. Comes with a 10% raise. Bethany comes out now 16-7. He's going to play Sid Koblenz back to serve again. Mia Reinhardt going to serve for Bethany Christian. LaVille trying to claw their way back into this one, down 9 right now here in this fourth set. Maddie Fox coming back in, replacing Becca Bauer. $17-9 for LaVille. Smash Matters going off the serve. Looks like they're going to cut to a commercial break. I think we are too. I'll come back in about 1 minute.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back to serve, number 8, Jaden Kaufman. they've got Trevi Wynn coming back to serve again. Trevi Wynn really helped leading her team to this 12-24. Oh, Natalie laid out for that one. All right, that puts it at 2 apiece. We're going to take a quick break, come back in just a few minutes.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back, Lancer Nation, as we return to you against the Bethany Christian versus LaVille volleyball game. LaVille started off with the ball for the 5th match here, and Bethany Christian was quick to take a strike on the Lancers. Under with the tip. Puts the Lancers on the board, 3-1. Carly, you're also involved in girls varsity basketball in the winter. Sydney Copeland in the back for the Lancers.
Bethany Christian staying out their 5-1 lead. Starting off pretty quick here in this final game. Number 8, Jaden Kaufman was serving that one again. I said her name a few times. Curtay knocking that one back. And 2-5 for LaVille. Caitlin Beam came back to serve, but they're going to switch her out with Becca Bauer. Bethany Christian jumping out to that early lead, 7-2. Natalie Gonzalez laid out for that one. Carly Unruh came up for it, but maybe put just a little too much on it. They're going to take a break. I think we're going to take a break. But we will be back in about a minute.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to LVH1 and the DALE E COX Gymnasium. That was Rebecca Beeler you just saw jumping up there, number 5 for LaVille. LaVille scores a point off of that, 3-8. This is the final of a best of 5. After LaVille won the first 2, Bethany Christian came back and won the next 2. The second one pretty handily. And then they kept that same momentum rolling into this one. taking a 3-9 lead. They're going to sub in right now. They're going to bring Annika Nice back in. She's done an incredible job back there serving tonight. She hit that one with some speed, but a little bit too much distance on it. Susie and Mia switching out. Oh, Natalie laid out for that, but Maddie Chupp just put too much on it. What's LaVille got to do to get back in this one, Elena?
Honestly, I think they need to definitely have more energy. Probably more communication and a little more confidence, for sure.
Oh, Rebecca laid out for that one. Well, she's probably one of my favorite Bealers this year. Her brother, of course, being last year's graduate from the basketball and track team, Luke Bealer. Well, this has been a fun back and forth all night. Both teams haven't wanted to show that they're giving up. Well, look at Sydney sending that one back over. There's Mia Mears over to Allison Metters. There's Becca Bauer to Reba Beeler, over to Random Fan, who is really excited to have been involved in the action. I think her daughter is one of them wearing blue tonight, but everyone can be pretty proud of the effort that they put in tonight. It's going to make it 13-5 for the Lancers. Reba Beeler back there to serve. Carly Unruh saved it into the net. Back there serving was Mia Reinhardt again. And that is going to wrap it up. 5-15, end of the fifth game. Bethany Christopher really battled back to take those final three. They did what they needed to. Who do you think was the player of the game for the Lancers tonight?
I'd say probably Natalie Gonzalez. A lot of the front row players really blocked and hit really well.
For those at home, you didn't get to see the hand motion she was putting into it, but it was a good blocking motion that she showed. Personally, I think everyone put in a really good effort. Natalie was diving all over the floor tonight. Probably a little bit easier to do in beach volleyball than basketball court volleyball. But an admirable effort from her. Haley Ross had a pretty dominant effort over in that second game. I think Reba Beeler had some really good ones in the fourth. Overall, a lot of positive things to pull from it. Probably a couple learning lessons. But thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for Elena Franz. Thank you for all of our camera people and all of our fans that showed up. Remember to join us tomorrow. We'll be leaving here at about 4:45 to go over there and get set up for you. We'll be bringing you Bremen versus LaVille at Bremen for the first time in a very long time for that matchup. Have a great night. We'll see you on LVH1 again soon.